Hello, I am Jeff Grover, Chief Research Scientist at Grover Group Incorporated, and welcome to today's session on government federal contracting. So we are entering into the federal contracting space by doing our data analytics. So this is kind of a news release for us. So our goal is to become the premier U.S. federal government market maker and agent using data analytics. And we're inviting manufacturers and distributors to collaborate with us as their agent to penetrate this market and sell their manufactured products. So currently, our bids that we fetch come from fedbidops.gov, and currently, as of last week, there were 29,000 opportunities. Grover Group, we have the economic data analytical capabilities and advanced machine learning integration in analytical software. We use Python with high capacity or high capability server integration to analyze these federal contracts. And we grab these as data dumps. And this is kind of a preview of what the outcome is when we screen through these opportunities. So right here we have the date of the opportunity, the agent, the year, the NAICS code, 6-digit, 2-digit, 3-digit. So we slice through this data to obtain those opportunities that are relevant to us. We offer a scientific approach to data analytics and are exploring these data dumps and conducting data analytics to determine low-risk, optimal contracting opportunities using our proprietary algorithm-based sniffer for optimal decision-making. And so we'll share this information with the manufacturers and distributors and encourage them to see these opportunities and partner with us as we go and try to obtain these opportunities. So we have a website dedicated to what we do, and it's basesniffer.com, and this is the site. And part of what we're doing now is the FBO, or Federal Business Opportunity integration. So we maintain industry expertise in that we've written 2 books on decision making, and we feel very confident that our algorithm would be able to exploit these opportunities and present these to manufacturers and distributors as opportunities that are low risk. In addition, we offer real-time updates of market information to include the value of manufacturers, total inventories, manufacturers' inventories to sales ratio, and the S&P 500, and these are just examples. We can fetch more based on the market demand. And so we just use these to market the future projections of manufactured products and services. And we fetch our data from the FRED portal, and here's an example of the current total inventories for all manufactured or manufacturing industries. And we continue to see a positive increase in this index as we go back and look in 2009 to 2010. There's a dip, but since 2010 we see this trend continually increasing. And so our projection would be a continued increase. So here's the manufacturer's inventories to sales ratio, and we see on the previous slide we saw a dip in 2009. So this just reflects the inversion of that, and we see a continual trend downward through 2017 on this inventory to sales ratios. So that's actually a good measure. Currently, the S&P 500 and we continually see an increase in the market S&P 500 index. So it looks like everything is going in the direction for manufacturers and distributors to be able to market their products and services to the federal government. And so we're coming on board to help facilitate that endeavor. So this presentation is an offer for manufacturers to collaborate with us to create a market for manufactured goods using the U.S. Federal Business Opportunity Portal. And this is the portal, and I'll just give you a look at that. So currently there are 29,500 active federal opportunities. And so what Grover Group does, we go and fetch this data on a weekly basis and do data analytics to identify these opportunities, and we would like to share those with the manufacturers and distributors so we can partner together to fetch these opportunities and win. So we've done a market analysis from 2005 through 2017, and the U.S. government is earmarking 3% of all contracts to go to small, disadvantaged, veteran-owned small business. And that's what we are. That's how we come into this market. We are small, disadvantaged, veteran-owned small business. And so these are the proportions of SDVOSB contracts since 2005, and we see in 2017 the proportions is significantly an increase from preceding years. And we're trying to leverage this opportunity with the current incumbents in office. We feel that the next 3 years is going to be a prime opportunity to win contracts. So what agencies are the biggest buyers? We see on the right-hand side in the green, the Defense Logistical Agency, and then we see the Department of Veteran Affairs in the red, in the blue, Department of Air Force, and then the gray on the left corner, United States Army, General Services Administration above that, Homeland Security, Department of the Navy, and Department of Health and Human Services, and the other departments are less a contributor to this buying process. So what are the proportions of commodities of general interest? We see here that currently the biggest commodity is a valve solenoid. And then we see above it a cable assembly. Then we see above it relays, circuit breakers, cable assemblies, etc., etc. So all this is just giving you a proportion since 2005 of what the government is buying. And so these would be a main effort to pursue if you manufacture valve solenoids or cable assemblies, etc. So that's the logic that we put behind that. And so what are the proportions of commodities from 2005 through 2017? Again, we see the valve solenoid, cable assemblies, we see fittings, we see filters, valve checks, relay, electronics, circuit breakers. So this is kind of the big proportions of what we're seeing out there in the market since 2005 through today. So the NASDAQ, the leading NASDAQ, the proportions are the 2-digit is 33, and then 23 on the bottom center red, 56, 54, and these are kind of the trends of the 2-digit NASDAQ codes. 3-digit NASDAQ codes, 332 on the right, and then 334 in the orange to the left, 336, 333, and this is the other 3-digit proportions NASDAQ codes. So this is a breakdown of the 6-digit NAICS codes, and on the bottom here we have 336413, and then above it 236220. To the left of that 339112. To the bottom 334419. 332911 in the orange, and this is kind of a breakdown of the 6-digit NAICS codes. So what are the proportions of U.S. federal government buyers and 6-digit NAICS codes? We see here the Defense Logistical Agency is the biggest buyer, and we see the 6-digit NAICS codes here. The bottom right, we see red 336413, and then above that 334419, and then the others just follow suit. So to the left, we see the Department of Veteran Affairs. In the bottom right of that, in the blue, we see 339112, and to the left 339113. And so these are some of the 6-digit NAICS codes that the U.S. federal buyers are looking for. So Veteran Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development Act. So this is kind of the federal agency that provides small businesses like ourselves entrance into this contracting world. And so this is the website that kind of highlights the small owned business registration process at VetBiz. So we've gone to VetBiz and we have registered, and we are certified at the federal and state level for SD-VOSB opportunities. And so the FedBid opts, all federal solicitations with a value of at least $25,000 go on that portal. And the portal also includes information about how and when vendors should respond. So what we're doing, we're taking all this information and providing it in a concise format, and providing that information to manufacturers and distributors about opportunities so we can partner and win. So the key to our success is that we're small, disadvantaged, veteran-owned small business, again, recognized at the federal and state level. And we feel very confident that as the federal government has narrowed or segmented these opportunities for the small disadvantaged businesses, that we have a greater chance, we have a greater opportunity, more than chance of winning these bids. So here's some information about service-disabled, veteran-owned small businesses. So they require our business owners to prove ownership and control, as well as establish guidelines for sole source and set aside procurement opportunities. A business must meet the following specifications to be considered eligible for the SD-VOSB-C program. Must have a service-connected disability that has been determined by the Department of Veteran Affairs and the Department of Defense, and we meet these qualifications. And here's our legal standings, and this is pulled from the SD-VOSB website. So we're certified, and this is at the federal government level. And so our expiration is good until January 11th, 2019. So how does FBO solicit SD-VOSB opportunities? So this is kind of some information of how they do that. There's an executive order that says 3% of all federal agencies contracting dollars go to businesses owned by service-disabled veterans. So the good news is that agencies are actively seeking service-disabled veteran-owned businesses, as vendors. And so that's what we are. We are vendors with the federal government. So these are the two breakdown of the 2-digit NAICS codes that the government is buying. They start with agricultural at 11. Then they'll go to 3133 for manufacturing. Then they'll 51 information, professional, scientific, technical, management of companies and enterprises, educational services, healthcare, and it goes down to public administration. So we'll be expanding these 2-digit NAICS codes and conducting YouTube FBO series to provide insights on how we can partner together to optimize these opportunities and win these contracts. So if you're interested in our service, let us know. We can partner together, we can talk, we can start a conversation, and here's our contact information if you're interested. Hope you have a great day, and if you have any questions, give us a shout, like us, and just let us know that you're out there and who you are. Thank you. Have a great day.